Hey guys, so I pulled some comps on that property to get an idea of what those numbers would look like, and just wanted to show you what I'm seeing. So I got all the square footage data and everything through county records, so that's what this tab is here. This next tab is everything that is currently listed that is between 1,800 to 3,000 square feet within a 3 mile radius of that house. This home in particular is about 2,300 square feet. Immediately, something that makes me nervous right off the bat is this property here that's been listed at 680. It's a rambler. It's within that 3 mile radius. It's very similar square footage, fully finished basement, and it's been completely flipped. So granted, I have no idea what the inside of this house looks like. Not this one, but the one that we were interested in flipping. But I'm trying to find ones that look like they have been flipped to get an idea of what we would see on the final stages of the sale. And as you can see, this one has been flipped from top to bottom. I'm just going through this kind of quick just to give us a rough idea of what everything would look like. But you can see they've completely flipped it from top to bottom, and it's listed at 680 right now, and is active. It doesn't have any offers, so it may continue going down. This right here is a breakdown of our rough costs. So if we purchased for 570, as they stated in that email, did a $100,000 rehab. I don't know, that's just kind of shooting from the hip. Again, I don't know what the inside of this house looks like, but if it's never been updated and it needs to be updated from top to bottom, it's probably going to be in that range. Let's say we've got 10K in holding costs, whether we do a hard money loan, do a traditional mortgage, but have closing costs, another just estimation. So all in, we'd be 680,000. After looking at everything that's active and everything that is under contract and everything that has sold, I think that we would likely fall into a sales range of 700 to 750,000. I'm trying to find, there's one under contract right now that has also been flipped. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And it's under contract at 750. I actually know, well, I don't know him, but I'm friends with him on Facebook, the listing agent for this property. So this is another one. It's like a 1/4 mile radius, like a 1/4 mile away from the house, but it's almost 3,000 square feet. It's quite a bit larger. Again, though, has been flipped from top to bottom. So they listed on August 15th, got a contract on September 5th. But again, it has been completely done up from top to bottom. But again, this one is quite a bit larger, and that's definitely something to take into consideration. But you can see overall the finishes are pretty similar to that other home that was listed at 680. Very similar exterior to the house that you guys are interested in. So this makes me think, if this one is getting 750 and it's been flipped and it's the same home style and it's in the same area, I think 750 is probably too high because this one is a good bit larger. I would say that a likely sales price, a more refined, I guess, estimate would be 700 to 725. So a sales scenario at 725 honestly does not look great, and this doesn't even consider if the buyer is going to potentially ask us for an interest rate buy down or anything like that. But let's say we sell for 725. We had $680,000 in purchasing costs between the purchase, the rehab, and the holding costs. Again, that's an estimation. Maybe the rehab's 50K. I don't know. That's something that we would need to look deeper into. Estimating a 3% buyer's agent commission. That is, of course, negotiable, but just to, assume worst case scenario. And then seller closing costs of about $4,000. That's like the title policy that we would turn over to the buyer that's built into the REPC, the contract for the state of Utah. You have to pay that as the seller to the buyer for free and clear title. And just other, miscellaneous closing costs, title fees, those types of things. That puts us at a net profit of only $19,000. So personally, and even that purchase price makes me a little nervous where, this one is sitting on the market at 680 without any offers, and this one even still is a little bit larger, barely, but it is a tad larger than the other house. So I mean, if we sold at 680, we would be we would be negative on the sale. So yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like that there's a lot of meat on the bone for this one, to be honest. I think for this one to make more sense, we'd probably need a purchase price of like 525. Depending on what the rehab is, of course. That's a big question mark for sure. But again, I don't know what the inside of it looks like. I don't know, if we're needing to knock down walls to open up the layout or what we would need to do. But I think that would be the next piece to the puzzle, is finding out how much the rehab would be exactly. And I think we'd be able to get a much better idea if this was a solid investment or not.